My neighbor has a Tim Burton tree. That's what I like to call it. Check this out. Doesn't it remind you of Edward Scissorhands or Beetlejuice? Got some gnomes and stuff. That is a Tim Burton-esque tree right there. Jog by that every day. Really like what she's done to that. Yeah, just every time I jog by, I think Tim Burton. I see this little tree in her front yard. Okay, let's go get Jemma there. Still though, I should find a little Beetlejuice, a little Edward Scissorhands, or a little Pee-wee for this tree. And it'll really be a Tim Burton tree. Okay, I take Jemma to the groomer. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the bitter cold springtime in Canada. Dirty, nasty, freezing cold Canada. A very complicated place to own a dog. But she's heading to the groomer for the first time in 6 months. 6 straight months of winter. Alright, Jemma's in there having her beauty appointment. Check this out. This is kind of like a doggy daycare area. Look, it's like little things that they can look out of through the fence. That's cute. Nice blue sky day, but I am tired of the winter. Very tired of it. 6 straight months of freezing cold winter starts to get to people. Look at even these snowmen, they don't want to stand up anymore. Look at them. That mass bicycle. Snow just fell again a couple days ago, so it must have just formed. Deadly. Okay, I'm gonna head up here to Capital Crystals, which seems to be open today. Tried to hit it last time I did a video uptown here, but it's always closed, so they're open today. Let's go see what's going on in there and grab coffee after. Wanted to check out some orbiculture, as I like to call it. A few other things in here. Capital Crystals. Look at the icicles. Beware when entering. Killed by these icicles. Alright. Get some orbs. Ooh, I see one right here on entry. Just upon entering, noticed how much it's changed in here. There's so much more to look at. It was a lot before. My orbiculture. Look at this thing. Like angel wings. Crystal angel wings. Yeah, there's some wild stuff in here. Look at these orbs. What I like to call cotton candy orbiculture. Yeah, that one's really cool too. Looking forward to coffee. Probably gonna go over to the Ritual, grab a coffee after this. For this $65 dream catcher. Hope it works. Hope it works. Wow, look at that. That's a gem. Yeah, it's like an orbiculture museum in here. Orbs of every color. I call them orbs or spheres. This one's got a swing. I like these ones you can put in a swing. Swinging orbiculture. Still swinging. Yeah, so we go through all of these beautiful spheres. It's an absolute orb museum. A crystal museum. Look at that skull. Look at this one. That one's nice. I like this little one. So $33 for that little orb. That little pyramid there. Look at these skulls. Wow. Super cool. Tiger's eye. Powerful stone that aids harmony and balance. Helps release anxiety. Instills courage, self-confidence, and willpower. These are some pretty precious gems. These are about $72 Mookite orbs. Love glass mushrooms. It smells very, very nice in here too. Really good in here. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at these. They're like little Nike shoes. Capitol Crystals Orb Museum. Museum of Gems and Orbiculture. If I was rich or even really, really wealthy, I'd certainly have these all over my house. Every room of my house have a good variation of colored orbs like this. Get a lot of other stuff here too, candles. Cauldron candles here. Beard soap. Mugs. Demonic mugs, skull mugs. No shortage of interesting exotic trinkets. Some more orbiculture. Plenty more orbiculture. Wow, look at that. These are incredible. I love that color of purple. It's crystal skull form. That's pretty interesting there. Awesome to have one of these big ones. Like a magic crystal ball. I feel like a wizard. Look at this one. Wizard sphere. Dragon. Wow, look at these black orbs. Now the color in those. Super pleasing to the eye. Look at that one. Dragon head. Always awesome to stop in here and take a look at this stuff. It's interesting. I guess I didn't really notice when I went over this a minute ago that this was Yoda. We got some Jack Skellington here. A couple of Yodas. Or that Grogu. Kinds of precious rocks and stones.
Yeah? Okay. I just left the other two on the
Ah, it's a big dream catcher right there.
And those ones are 35% off? Yes.
It's a very cool place. Very cool. I like these little mushrooms. Again, it's very pleasing to my eye.
It was 25 an
My
hour.
Thrasha eye. One more look at some of this cotton candy orbiculture. That's what I like to call it. I like to quote things myself, you know? Wow. Now look at that. Got a moon here. Okay. They're closing anyways, so I'm gonna push uptown, grab some coffee and some breakfast. And I'm gonna stop by my uncle's shop. See what he's up to while I wait on Jemma. Okay. Coffee time. Don't regret, only learn. Live and learn. Okay. The Ritual Coffee House up here. The supposedly haunted Ritual Coffee House. I'm gonna get one of those fancy coffees and maybe one of those fancy breakfast sandwiches as well. Get myself a cinnamon coconut latte. These pepperoni cheddar scones. Jumbo chocolate chip cookies. Got some Easter bunny sugar cookies. Cake pops. Carrot pineapple loaf. Don't mix carrots and pineapple, I'm sorry. Those look good though. Apple blossom tarts. Also grabbing myself one of these. Turkey bacon pesto. That's pretty good. I was gonna get a wrap, but man, wish it was the time of day for some cheesecake. Salted caramel cold brew cheesecake, cheese pretzel. They got some good stuff here in the Ritual. Lemon coconut cake. Yeah, I went with a cinnamon coconut latte, so. Scared myself. Time for a Ritual on Main coffee test. Got my sandwich and also my cinnamon coconut latte. Okay, I've never tried this one. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Okay, that's pretty yummy. Pretty yummy. Coffee test. That is good. It's good. Taste the cinnamon. Very cinnamony. Okay, now just heading over here. Enjoy this over here at my uncle's shop. Used to be owned by my grandfather. Servicing all your upholstery needs. For many, many decades. He's got a new sign. New sign, 6189 Abbott Street. Worked many years of my life away here as a kid. Owned by my grandfather, now owned by my uncle. So, you need any upholstery work done, hit up Lonnie's Upholstery in Stittsville. There he is. It's my grandfather right there. There's my uncle's old Cocker Spaniel, Snuggles. Snuggles. There's Snuggles on the back of his motorcycle. We got rid of the kids. Dog was allergic. Love animals. It's people I'm not sure about. Life's better with a beagle. Lost wife and the dog, but offering a reward for the dog. There's Snuggles, bigger shot of her on the motorcycle. There's Scooter, which was the dog that my uncle owned after. Oh, my grandfather up there. You got Snuggles, Ash is up there. My grandfather right there with Scooter. Scooter on the back of my uncle's bike there. Her specially made leather seat right there. My grandfather used to do his sewing here. I've mentioned it every time I come across an old sewing machine. I mention my grandfather. This is where he did his business right here. I did lots of work here when I was a kid. But come up here, it's a really cool map that I was always very infatuated with. I'd always come up here to avoid work. There's a bathroom up here, so I'd always come up here to hide. Here's an old antique clock up here, belonged to my grandfather. This map here, it's a map of all of Goulburn, including Stittsville. This is where we are right now. There's the business right there, Lonnie's Upholstery. So this is actually really old. I mean, this map was illustrated way back when, probably 2000? Oh wow, okay, actually this says 1994. So, wow, and I mean, this shop here, Lonnie's Upholstery, right where we are, there's the Ritual. I just got the coffee. The sandwich that I'm about to consume is where we drop Jemma off. None of the businesses are the same. Lonnie's Upholstery, where we are here, is one of the only surviving businesses. Same phone number. Same streets. This is all Main Street right here. This is where I live down here. We just walked up here, dropped Jemma off. Yeah, I just used to be really taken with all the little illustrations. I remember a lot of these businesses too. Uncle Fred's place, Great Fries. Some of the schools are still there. There's the arena. Subway is still there. Oh, there's the church. There's the church I've covered many times as well. And the church from House of Chains. Just a little bit up, further up Main Street. Okay. That's where I went to public school. This is out in Richmond where I grew up, one town over from Stittsville. It's about 9 kilometers away. So there's where I went to church as a child, and that's where I went from kindergarten to 5th grade. And then here's my high school, South Carleton High School. Lived over in this area. Lived everywhere around here. You got Saunders Farm out here. Yeah, very neat. Gotta be careful, I don't want to fall back down the stairs. But here's an old, look at this, my grandfather's old singers. Look at that. Old relic sewing machine. Just where my uncle keeps all materials and stuff. This used to be the spray room. I don't think he uses it. I think it's just storage now. Look at all these materials. That's what it's like. You're an upholster. A workshop in here. Yeah, I spent many days, like I said, as a kid, up here cleaning the floors, shredding foam and wood. Did not like it. I just wanted to be out with my friends, mucking around. All right, time to go indulge in that sandwich. My turkey bacon pesto. Yeah, love that old map. Excellent caffeinated beverage. Ritual never fails. Pricey on the sandwich, but here's the turkey bacon pesto right here. It'll hit the spot regardless of how pricey it was. Look at that turkey. Got some arugula, tomato, and pesto. That looks pretty good. Looking forward to this. Gonna be receiving the call to pick up Jemma, freshly groomed, any moment now. All right, just gonna dive into this, and then we'll go grab Jemma, cap off the episode. Helmet laws suck. Old wrestling comforter. Look at this. I owned this when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old. Macho Man, Legion of Doom, Bushwhackers, Hulk Hogan.
Timeless, but like that stuff looks crazy.
Yeah, that is cool. No Undertaker on here, but Jake the Snake, Big Boss Man.
Well,
I just thought I'd spread that out. Wow, can't believe this is still around. Okay, these pictures here are pretty cool. This is how deep the snow was. 2008, that would have been March 9th. It was just in front of the shop where we're in, but look at this. This is leading to the shed. That's how high the banks were, 2008. A lot more than we've got this year, even though it's been quite debilitating anyhow. There you go, show everybody your nice haircut. Put a nice little purple bandana on her. There you go. That's about gonna do it today. Appreciate you guys coming along, especially if you made it to the end of the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, that'll let you know when a new episode goes up. Never know what you may be missing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Yeah, she's groomed for another 5-6 months. All right, thanks again, everybody. You can become a cult member of the channel. Get a mug sent to you by joining the Mr. Thrasha VIP cult for $5.99. Check out some roadside attractions, filming locations. I've got playlists for both. Much more to come.